longer hours, weekend work, more coffee, less sleep, and more things that they have to do and do and do. They don't know how to surrender and let the ideas flow to them, the ideas that they need to move on to the next step. There is literally nothing worse than feeling burned out or stressed. It's just such a draining feeling. Just thinking about it right now, I can be like, "Rrr." And I bet that you can recognize standing in the middle of a huge project or a decision or something about yourself and thinking, what else can I do? What should I try next? I need to keep going. I need to grind. I need to hustle. And maybe you are in the need of more money. You're sitting there thinking, I just need to do something. I need to keep going. I need to work longer shifts. I need to go in on the weekends just to make this work. And trust me when I say that I have been there, always thinking about what I could do to be better, which left me little to no time to do the things that I wanted to do with my friends or hang out with my family or just take some time aside for myself and actually like enjoy the moment or read a freaking book or take a deep breath. And if your DNA has been touched by a little pleaser thing, you know how freaking frustrating it is to say yes to something that was actually a no. And on the other hand, if you said no to something you would love to do, but you had a little task, you had some work that you had to get done. So you're saying no to hang out with your friends and your family to do that instead, just to figure out after you finished your task, after you finished whatever you're working on, that shit wasn't important at all. And now you missed a good time because they're obviously talking about what a good time it was. So you're just like, listen, I have been sad for a few days over these things when I have had to say no to the things I would love to do with my friends and family. And like afterwards, I would just have been like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, why am I stuck in a job or in a freaking task that is not giving me any purpose or any meaning in life? And I have to say no to the things that I care about the most. Oof, like, do not get me started on that. That's so freaking frustrating. I don't know any feeling worse than frustration. Anyways, no more of that, okay? No more. Today, thank God, my priorities are very, very clear. Everything literally changed for me when I learned that it wasn't about doing more. It wasn't about hustling and grinding. It was all about surrendering. And I know this all sounds so dramatic, but like, hang on. Because I've learned this where I had been walking around this project for around 2 full days. It was a creative project. I needed a lot of ideas and my mind was just blank. I had nothing, but I kept pushing myself. I kept sitting in front of this project, just looking at it, trying to brainstorm. Nothing came to me. My mind was blank as a blank sheet of paper, but I was forcing myself to keep grinding on this project. So on the 3rd day, if you can imagine, my frustration was at the top. I was like, fuck this project. I don't want anything to do with it. So I was like, let's just take this day off a little bit. Like, let's chill. Let's think about something else. Let's do some practical work around the house. And on an afternoon walk, I was just walking, listening to some random podcast. I think about YouTube actually. One idea just popped in my mind out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, and then a few minutes went by and another idea popped in my mind. And then suddenly the ball just started to roll. You know those moments your head is just exploding of ideas that you have to take out your phone and actually write notes about it? I had to stop in the middle of the street, pull out my phone and be like writing all the ideas down. And it was exactly for the project that I had been so focused on for 2 days. Nothing had come to me, but on a walk, they just started to show in my mind. Crazy. So after this experience, after I think 2 weeks or something, I started to kind of reflect on what happened, because why didn't the ideas come to me when I was full on over the project? Why did they come to me while I was out walking? Because I surrendered. Okay, so let's put a little context behind this word of surrender. Surrendering means surrendering to God or the universe, which are the same thing but with 2 different names. It basically means that you put faith and trust into that everything will come to you by the time you need it. The ideas, the solutions will always come to you when you find yourself in a relaxed mental space. When you're all over projects, like sweating out your stress over this project, you're using your intellect. And here's the thing, right? Like, great ideas, great next steps, great solutions never, ever comes from your intellect. The greatest ideas, the greatest solution will always be brought to you through your intuition. They will always be brought to you when you're relaxed. They will come to your awareness, just like poof, and then you have it. This is not from your intellect. This is a feeling. This is straight energy from wherever that energy is right now. It's such a hard concept to grasp, but once you understand it, you can start implementing just like these relaxing moments. Put breaks into your schedule. Put yourself in these relaxed hours or minutes or like just periods overall where you can allow yourself to surrender, allow yourself to bring in new ideas from wherever they are right now. This is obviously also why taking breaks are so important, because how would you otherwise be guided towards your next step? These breaks will, first of all, recharge you. They will allow you, if you're truly relaxed, to receive new ideas, to receive these solutions that, once you have the problem, the solution will always be there. You just have to allow yourself to be in a headspace where you can actually receive them. If you throughout your whole workday, you're keeping yourself in a grinding headspace, what should I do next? What should I do next? What should I do next? The ideas won't flow to you. You will just block the flow completely. Like, hustling and grinding can be good for sure in short periods of time where you just need to get some tasks done and put check marks through your notebook. Like, that's fine. But especially with creative projects, hustling and grinding will get you somewhere, but it's not going to get you anywhere. Taking regular breaks, especially as a leader or just if you're working in general, and I'm talking about throughout the day, but I'm also talking about longer periods of time where you actually have the time to get down in your vision, thinking about where do I want to lead myself? Where do I want to lead the work I'm doing? Where do I want to leave my company? That will put you in such a great position because you will get a chance of getting an overview and maybe even get other people to do the hustling and grinding for you because now you have the vision of where you're going. And that's the most important thing. If you're stuck in hustling and grinding, you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to get somewhere. You're not going to get anywhere. Surrendering to God has an amazing side effect, actually. It also means that you will start to expect the best from every situation you're in. Do the best you got and then surrender. Leave it to the hands of God and then start to expect the very best outcome. You should put in the work. Don't get me wrong. You should do the absolute best you can in every situation you're in. And your best is always good enough. I just want to just say that. Your best is always good enough. And I just wanted to say this because make sure that you actually do expect the best. There's a very big difference from thinking that you expect the best to actually knowing that you expect the best. When you expect the best, you will obviously attract the very best. Because here's the thing, right? You can only take care of what you put into a certain project or yourself or something that you're working on. You can never control the outcome that will show after you put in the work. But when you know that you have done the absolute best that you could do, you can surely expect the best, that you will receive the best afterwards because you know the level of work you've put into it. When you truly have trust and faith and you believe that the next step will be shown to you and you can put yourself in that relaxing position, it will be shown to you. It's not a question of if and when and how. It will be shown to you. Trust it, have faith in it, and it will come to you at the right time. Just looking around our society today, it's so obvious to me that so many people need to learn how to surrender because they are stuck in a hustle and grind mentality of longer hours, weekend work, more coffee, less sleep, and more things that they have to do and do and do. They don't know how to surrender and let the ideas flow to them, the ideas that they need to move on to the next step. And if you recognize this hustle and grinding mentality, honey, it's time to surrender. There is a lot more in this than just whatever I could put in this video. So please leave all of your questions to me in the comments down below. I would love to know your thoughts about this subject. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I will see you in one of the next ones. Bye.